Welcome back to GH Spoilers channel. Today we will learn about an emotionally charged storyline unfolding in Port Charles that has fans of ABC General Hospital gripping their seats with anticipation. In recent episodes, viewers witnessed Brook Quartermaine grappling with an overwhelming secret from her past, a secret involving a child she once bore in silence and subsequently gave up for adoption without telling the father, Dante Falconeri. As Brook finally unburdens herself and shares this deeply hidden truth with Tracy Quartermaine, the weight of her secret and the complexity of the situation rapidly escalate, revealing a stunning twist that will profoundly affect multiple lives. When Brook first disclosed her secret pregnancy to Tracy, the conversation was heavy with regret and sorrow. Brook painfully recounted how, many years ago, amidst the chaos of youth and uncertainty, she had quietly carried Dante's child. Terrified and feeling alone, she gave birth in secrecy, making the agonizing decision to entrust her baby to adoptive parents. As Brook expressed her anguish, Tracy listened intently, deeply moved by her granddaughter's emotional torment. Tracy gently assured Brook that her actions weren't entirely her fault. Tracy emphasized Brook's youth and vulnerability at the time, shifting the responsibility partly onto Brook's mother, Lois, who Tracy believed had played a pivotal role in Brook's heartbreaking decision. Determined to seek answers and perhaps accountability, Tracy decided she needed to confront Lois herself. Tracy's resolve was strong. She suspected Lois knew far more than she had ever admitted. She wasted no time in visiting Lois, determined to uncover the truth behind the mystery that had haunted Brook for so long. At first, Lois was defensive, unwilling to discuss the painful past. She insisted that reopening old wounds served no purpose, but Tracy persisted, utilizing her sharp and relentless questioning. Under Tracy's incisive pressure, Lois eventually broke down, her resistance crumbling as she admitted the astonishing truth. The child Brooklyn had given away was none other than Gio, a young man already deeply woven into the tapestry of their lives. Tracy was left utterly stunned by this revelation. Gio was not a stranger to the Quartermaine family. He was familiar to Tracy, having spent considerable time in Port Charles, crossing paths frequently with various family members, including Brook herself. Never had Tracy, or anyone else, imagined such a profound familial connection. The news struck Tracy with the force of a thunderbolt, reshaping everything she had previously believed about Gio and his ties to their family. Without hesitation, Tracy immediately contacted Brook, determined to reveal the astonishing discovery and unite a mother and child separated by years of secrecy and silence. When Tracy called Brook, the young woman was overwhelmed by the unexpected news. Hearing that Gio, someone she had known peripherally, was in fact her own son, set off a surge of emotion she could scarcely manage. Brook's heart raced with anticipation and anxiety as she hastily made her way to Gio. The moment she saw him, a tidal wave of emotion engulfed her. Standing face to face with the son she had long mourned losing, Brook felt as though her heart might burst. Gio, initially bewildered and uncertain, quickly understood the gravity of the encounter as Brook, trembling and overcome with tears, confessed everything. The reunion was poignant and deeply moving, capturing an emotional depth rarely seen, even in Port Charles, a place known for heart-stopping family drama. For Gio, learning the truth of his parentage was both bewildering and transformative. He was confronted with a torrent of mixed feelings: joy, confusion, relief, and anger, all merging together. Brook pleaded for his understanding, begging forgiveness for a decision made in fear and youthful uncertainty. She expressed her profound love, one never diminished by distance or time. Gio, visibly shaken but deeply touched, embraced Brook, signaling the tentative but powerful start of a bond that had been unjustly denied them for too long. With the truth out, it was only a matter of time before Dante himself learned the identity of the child he never knew he had. When informed of the startling revelation, Dante experienced a shock that reverberated deeply, unsettling his present life and redefining his past. Memories and possibilities flooded his thoughts, emotions shifting wildly from disbelief to grief over lost years, and finally toward a cautious hope that maybe, somehow, a bond could still form despite so many years lost. As Dante came face to face with Gio for the first time with the knowledge of their true connection, the reunion was powerful, tender, and rife with emotion. The two men, strangers in many ways yet forever linked by blood and shared circumstance, grappled with the reality of a life-changing truth. Though time had been unfairly stolen from them, the promise of building a future together offered both solace and hope. Tracy, meanwhile, had set in motion a series of dramatic revelations, her initial confrontation with Lois triggering events with far-reaching implications. Her role in unraveling the past showcased a deeper, protective instinct, proving yet again her fierce loyalty to family, even when cloaked behind her usual veneer of sarcasm and bluntness. Lois, for her part, struggled with guilt and regret, recognizing that her decisions had indirectly shaped not only her daughter's life but Joe's as well. She knew she would have to face Brook and Dante with her complicity, prepared for difficult conversations and inevitable repercussions. Throughout Port Charles, the news spread swiftly, reverberating across the lives of friends and family alike. It shifted dynamics, altered perceptions, and forced difficult conversations. Yet, despite initial confusion and distress, the powerful emotions elicited by the revelations also brought healing and reconciliation. Old grievances gave way to understanding, anger turned to compassion, and sorrow paved the way for newfound connections. Brook Lynn, facing both guilt and relief, found unexpected strength in confronting her past. Her bravery in finally speaking the truth granted her a chance to rebuild relationships damaged by secrecy and shame. Gio, thrust unexpectedly into the heart of a complicated family dynamic, discovered something he'd secretly craved his entire life: belonging, acceptance, and unconditional love from parents who, despite their mistakes, genuinely cared for him. And Dante, faced with the harsh reality of missed years, committed himself to forging bonds that circumstances had unfairly denied him, determined to ensure their future was no longer dictated by hidden truths or regretful silence. Ultimately, the explosive revelations set the stage for even deeper drama in the weeks ahead. Relationships would be tested, trust rebuilt, and new family ties forged from the ashes of a long-hidden past. This extraordinary chapter in the Quatermain saga reminded everyone in Port Charles and the devoted viewers at home of the powerful and enduring bonds of family, which, no matter how strained or broken, have the potential to heal, reunite, and transform. Next, we will dive deep into the explosive drama surrounding Willow Corinthos as she faces a devastating betrayal orchestrated by none other than Nina Reeves. Buckle up, because this storyline is packed with deception, heartbreak, and a potential family rift that could change everything in Port Charles. Let's unpack the chaos of Nina's latest scheme involving Jacinda, the fallout with Willow, and the intricate web of secrets that threatens to unravel multiple relationships. Nina's dangerous game unravels. In the heart of Port Charles, Nina Reeves has once again plunged herself into a risky plot, this time with a calculated mission to drive a wedge between Willow Corinthos and Drew Kane. Teaming up with Portia Robinson, Nina concocted a scheme so underhanded that it's almost guaranteed to backfire spectacularly. Their plan? To orchestrate a scandalous trap by drugging Drew and using a mysterious figure named Jacinda to stage a compromising situation that would paint Drew as unfaithful. But Nina, in her blind desperation to control Willow's romantic life, seems to have underestimated the storm she's brewing. Soap opera fans know all too well that secrets like these rarely stay buried for long, and the collateral damage could be catastrophic. Adding fuel to the fire, Nina's alliance with Portia raises questions about trust and loyalty within their own friendship. Portia, a respected doctor with her own complicated history, must have her reasons for aiding Nina in such a morally questionable act. Perhaps she's harboring her own grudges against Drew or sees this as a way to protect someone she loves. Whatever her motives, their partnership has set the stage for a betrayal that could leave lasting scars not just on Willow, but on everyone involved. The whispers in Port Charles are already starting. Neighbors are noticing odd behaviors, and it's only a matter of time before someone connects the dots. Willow's heartbreak and fury. When the truth about Nina's manipulations comes to light, Willow Corinthos is poised to be hit with a tidal wave of emotion. Imagine the sting of discovering that your own mother, someone you've tried so hard to rebuild trust with, has stooped to such lows. Willow, who has fought through countless personal battles from health crises to family drama, had dared to hope that Nina was finally turning over a new leaf. Instead, she's faced with yet another example of Nina's deceptive nature, a painful reminder that some patterns are hard to break. The rumor mill in Port Charles suggests that Willow's reaction will be nothing short of volcanic when she learns how Nina orchestrated Drew's downfall with Jacinda's help. This isn't the first time Nina has hidden painful truths from Willow, but it might just be the final straw. Picture Willow standing in the middle of the Courtemain mansion, her voice trembling with a mix of anger and sorrow, as she confronts Nina. Sources close to the family hint that Willow might deliver a devastating blow with 5 piercing words, "You're not my mother anymore." This gut-wrenching declaration could mark the end of their fragile bond, as Willow decides to sever ties to shield herself from further pain. The emotional weight of this moment would resonate through the community, with friends like Carly Spencer and Jocelyn Jacks likely stepping in to support Willow through this heartbreaking decision. Nina's confession and unexpected fallout. Desperate to salvage what little connection she has left with Willow, Nina might resort to an even riskier move, confessing her own past romantic entanglements with Drew. In a twisted attempt to dissuade Willow from pursuing a future with him, Nina could reveal intimate details of their history, spilling secrets that were meant to stay buried. However, this gamble could backfire in ways Nina never anticipated. Instead of driving Willow away from Drew, it might deepen the chasm between mother and daughter, leaving Nina isolated and vilified in Willow's eyes. The residents of Port Charles, always keen on gossip, might even turn Nina's confession into fodder for endless speculation at places like Kelly's Diner or the local hospital lounge. Moreover, Nina's actions could ripple out to affect her standing in the broader community. Her reputation as a businesswoman and editor of Crimson magazine might take a severe hit as word spreads about her underhanded tactics. Longtime allies, such as Maxie Jones, could begin to question whether Nina's judgment can be trusted, while adversaries like Ava Jerome might seize the opportunity to undermine her further. Nina's world, already teetering on the edge, could crumble entirely if she doesn't find a way to make amends and fast. Drew's own secrets add fuel to the fire. While Nina bears the brunt of the blame for this latest scandal, Drew Kane is far from a blameless victim in this tangled mess. Beneath his charming exterior lies a man harboring his own dark secrets, ones that could shatter Willow's trust just as brutally as Nina's betrayal. One particularly damning revelation involves Drew's actions in Baden-Baden, where he allegedly bribed a clinic employee to lie about Michael Corinthos refusing to see Willow during a critical moment. This deceit, designed to manipulate Willow's emotions and keep her close, paints Drew as a calculated schemer in his own right, casting doubt on whether he's truly the man Willow believes him to be. As these layers of deception peel back, Willow might find herself questioning everyone around her. Could Drew's manipulations, combined with Nina's betrayal, push her to re-evaluate her entire life in Port Charles? There's talk among locals that Willow might seek solace with unexpected allies, perhaps turning to Michael for support or even confiding in someone like Sasha Gilmore, who understands the pain of family drama all too well. Drew, meanwhile, will have to face the consequences of his actions, potentially losing not just Willow's love but also the respect of the Corinthos and Courtemain families. A path to redemption or ruin? Looking ahead, the road for Willow is paved with heartbreak and tough choices. The emotional turmoil of Nina's scheming and Drew's lies will undoubtedly leave her reeling, but could there be a silver lining amidst the chaos? Some speculate that, over time, Willow might come to see Nina's perspective at least partially. While Nina's methods are indefensible, her actions stem from a desperate desire to protect Willow from what she perceives as a dangerous relationship with Drew. This understanding doesn't erase the pain, but it could plant the seed for eventual reconciliation, especially if Nina takes genuine steps to atone for her mistakes. For now, though, the forecast in Port Charles is stormy. ABC General Hospital spoilers hint at more challenging days ahead for Willow, as she navigates the fallout of these betrayals and grapples with difficult news on multiple fronts. Will she find the strength to forgive, or will she build impenetrable walls around her heart? And what of Nina and Drew? Can they redeem themselves, or are they doomed to lose Willow forever? Next, we will explore the simmering tensions and heartfelt possibilities surrounding Sunny Corinthos and Carly Spencer as their storied relationship takes center stage during his recovery from a life-altering heart surgery. With longtime confidant Brook weighing in on their dynamic, the buzz in Port Charles is electric. Could this be the moment that reignites one of soap opera's most iconic pairings? Let's dive into the emotional undercurrents, the divided fanbase, and the tangled romantic web that keeps us all glued to our screens. Brook's endorsement sparks hope. In the intricate world of Port Charles, few voices carry as much weight as Brook, Sunny Corinthos' steadfast enforcer and loyal ally. Recently, Brook openly shared his deep appreciation for Carly Spencer's unwavering support during Sunny's delicate recovery from a major heart procedure. His words, delivered with a sincerity that cut through the usual mobster bravado, hinted at something more than just gratitude. Many viewers couldn't help but interpret this as a subtle nudge toward a long-awaited reunion for the legendary Carson duo. Brook, who has witnessed every twist and turn of Sunny's tumultuous life, seems to believe that Carly's presence at this critical juncture is no mere coincidence. Could his instincts be pointing to a rekindled flame? Beyond Brook's comments, there's a palpable shift in the air at Sunny's penthouse. Nurses and family members bustling in and out have noticed how Carly's steady hand seems to bring a rare calm to Sunny's otherwise stormy existence. Even small gestures like her ensuring his favorite coffee is brewed just right or adjusting the pillows to ease his discomfort speak volumes about their unspoken bond. For longtime fans, Brook's heartfelt approval feels like a green light, fueling hopes that this shared vulnerability might pave the way for a deeper connection. The Carson Legacy, a polarizing love story. Few couples in soap opera history have stirred as much passion and debate as Sunny and Carly. Their saga, marked by fiery romance, devastating betrayals, and countless reconciliations, remains a cornerstone of General Hospital lore. For every viewer dreaming of another wedding at the Metro Court, there's another rooting for Carly to break free and forge a new path. Social media platforms buzz with heated arguments. Some fans reminisce about their epic vows amidst mob drama, while others argue that past wounds, like Sunny's infidelity and Carly's fierce independence, should keep them apart. Yet, no one can deny the gravitational pull of their shared history. Now, with Sunny laid low by health struggles, Carly's role as his rock has brought their past into sharp focus. Picture the quiet moments in his recovery room, where old memories of late-night talks during dangerous times or shared grief over lost loved ones seem to linger in the air. This isn't just about caregiving, it's about two souls who've weathered unimaginable storms together. The vulnerability of Sunny's condition strips away the usual defenses, leaving space for raw emotion. Could this be the catalyst for a love story reborn, or merely a fleeting echo of what once was? Carly's complicated romantic crossroads. While the Carson dynamic captivates many, Carly's heart isn't solely tethered to Sunny. Her bond with Jason Morgan, a friendship often teetering on the edge of romance, continues to intrigue fans with its unspoken promises. Meanwhile, WSB chief Jack Brennan, with his enigmatic allure and apparent emotional availability, offers a fresh alternative. However, both men come with baggage that muddies the waters. Jason's recent entanglement in the cover-up of Sasha Gilmore Corbin's pregnancy has raised eyebrows, casting doubt on his reliability. Similarly, Jack's deep ties to the WSB and its shadowy operations leave some wondering if he's truly a safe harbor for Carly's heart. Amidst these options, Sunny's single status stands out. Despite a fleeting romance with Natalia Ramirez, he's remained unattached, prompting whispers that his heart might still belong to Carly. Locals at Kelly's Diner have even speculated that his time in Nixon Falls, where he lived a simpler life, may have reshaped his perspective, making him realize who truly matters. As Carly tends to him, organizing his medications and fielding concerned calls from family, there's an intimacy that neither Jason nor Jack can replicate. Does this renewed closeness signal a return to old flames, or is it just a temporary comfort in a time of need? Vulnerability and the power of fate. Sunny's recovery isn't just a medical journey, it's an emotional crucible that could redefine his future with Carly. Vulnerability often lays bare the essence of a relationship, and for Carson, that essence has always been forged in loyalty and shared pain. Whether it's navigating mob threats or mourning personal losses, their connection runs deep. Now, as Sunny grapples with his fragility, relying on Carly for strength, old sparks could easily reignite. Imagine late-night conversations by his bedside, where apologies for past mistakes mingle with tentative hopes for tomorrow. Brook's belief in Carly's pivotal role adds another layer to this unfolding drama. If his gut feeling that her presence is more about destiny than duty proves true, we might witness the start of something enduring. Yet, Port Charles is never without its surprises.